Well, what's up? This is Obama'sWeapon.com. I'm so fucking angry. I'm being murdered and slaughtered, man. And the stupid Clark Clay Higgins here sent my old petition back. So anyway, I read the rules again, and I'm pretty sure I'm in compliance. By the way, they manhandled this petition. This right here is torn apart. One of them looked like they had actually taken the staples out of one of them. Like, what the hell? How did that happen? Maybe someone inspected this a little roughly. That's what I think. I think they inspected it and looked at it and did stuff to it. But I can't prove shit what they did. So, but this level of tearing up is very hard to do. So now I got the deficiencies. I've made sure that they can't fuck up. I made a whole cover sheet and I pointed out what I was doing this time. And but that's not an excuse for the stupid ass clerk, because I've filed these before. They don't require a cover sheet. Just a petition. That's all they take. In fact, you can make so many mistakes. They just send you a form from Farmer Poppers if you forget that or whatever. This guy is being really too strict. This court shouldn't have this. He shouldn't have made these mistakes because he's completely misinterpreted everything. So I put it right there. It's not a writ of certiorari. It's a habeas corpus, just like it says. Habeas corpus. See, I wrote that there before, and I have all these pages that say habeas corpus up in the corner and everything. Okay, it's in court format. But then so now I've got motion for leave in forma pauperis. Questions. These questions are really hot. These questions, you're going to like them, because I'm asking the judge. I decided to put these questions in just because I didn't before. So questions. Can the United States use electronic warfare on American citizens to assault, arrest physically or mentally through electronic means or physical means, such as by assigning stalkers and agents to follow and control a citizen, prison, spy on, torture, assassinate without due process of law, without an attorney or defense without trial, under the table in the community, without the court's involvement, or order a conviction on the U.S. Constitution of American soil. I mean, when I think of the courts, I mean, there should be an order somewhere, for them to truly be involved, not just passively allowing it all, but I believe they do passively allow it. Is it legal for the United States executive branch, military, intelligence agencies, law enforcement agencies, Congress, state actors to kill, torture, incapacitate, or control an American citizen without due process to cover the information up? Shouldn't habeas corpus be the proper resource to get protection and win one's release before the target is completely dead when a targeting incident is occurring legally? Okay, number 3. And some of these I don't even care about these questions very much, but I'm putting it all. These are real questions I want to know. I want to know the answers. Fucking goddamn motherfucking judges. If the United States or any of its actors do the above acts or any mentioned in the writ of habeas corpus attached, isn't one technically in custody of the United States legally? And shouldn't due process and habeas corpus be a protective mechanism for dealing with such high-tech, outrageous abuse of government? Next, can NSA surveillance be used to target citizens illegally, to control them, kill them, torture them, prevent them from getting help, to cover up crime, etc.? Shouldn't someone be policing the United States to make sure they don't use surveillance, police, other agents and actors, military tactics, and warfare methods to target and hurt citizens? Is the sabotage and destruction deliberately of a citizen's mind, brain, or body legal? Don't we have the right to life and liberty and due process? To maintain all limbs and life except for punishment for a conviction? Isn't torture and cruel and unusual punishment illegal even for a conviction of a crime? Why then could it be legal to do it any other time without due process and without any protection from it. Isn't it in fact possible for government to imprison a person without conviction and official arrest, such as kidnapping and seizing of a person for sole purpose to hurt, kill, torture, sabotage, restrict, deprive, maim, destroy, slow, kill, etc.? Alright, well those are the questions. A list of parties: United States of America, President Barack Obama's on there, all these other people, Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel, United States Department of Justice, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder was on here, Federal Bureau of Investigation, James Comey, FBI Director, all these people, NSA, blah, 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 CIA, blah, 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 John O., Brennan, Defense Intelligence Agency, all these people. Oh, Kids Hopper, Governor Kids Hopper, he just resigned. Oh my God. State of California Attorney General's on here. Kamala, Jerry Brown's on here. This is new. I did a proof of service. It showed that I didn't need to do proof of service. I just put that on here. It showed, oh my God, just so they don't get all confused because they're stupid. I mean, they're not supposed to be. I've been in courts before. They can figure things out without it being perfect, especially for indigent and pro se filers and prisoners and stuff. They'll take anything almost for the petition or the complaints. So I wrote this, I just spelled out the rules. Oh my God, ex parte does not require serving on parties. Motion for counsel, because under the rule 18 U.S. Code 3006A, and it says there, representation shall be provided for any financially eligible person who faces loss of liberty in a case, and law requires appointment of counsel. The other thing it says is whenever the United States magistrate judge or the court determines that interests of justice so require, representation may be provided for any financially eligible person who is seeking relief under section blah blah blah. Same section I'm following under though. Alright, oh yeah, I'm being killed. Of course I'm facing loss of liberty. Fucking idiots. Here this is. Writ of habeas corpus. I've already lost my liberty. This thing is nice and 27 pages long. It's got all sorts of shit, my whole story. Because you can go back and investigate this and find it all was true. See, that's why I put it all there. 26 pages of story. A bunch of exhibits. Now, these exhibits are going to be cool, dude. Here's my attorney's brief in state court. This thing is talking about how I've been confined and tortured, like I say. He's arguing it in state court. See, he says right here, all these pages, everyone, person in prison or otherwise restrained of liberty may prosecute a writ of habeas corpus. That's what it says. To inquiry into the cause of such imprisonment or restraint, and if illegal, to be delivered therefrom. Dude, this thing is I'm the pro at this. I made my own solution here. The other TIs are none of them have tried nothing like this. Here's DVDs. There's 3 DVDs here. Here's a psych eval, Seth Farber, PhD, and he's going to talk about how he believes that I'm a victim and stuff, most likely, and give some solutions on how to tell. You know, you need this person to examine me or whatever. Here's his beefed up report, because he wanted to write more about it, so he's telling about his history more and the NSA, CIA stuff, and how he became convinced that all this is real. And I mean, he didn't know nothing. He knew some stuff about the political stuff, but nothing about the targeting till last year, 2013. It's been a year now. And here he's talking about it all. And it's really, this is a report. We're actually co-authoring this one, and I added some stuff, not to this one, but he's having me write a kind of like letter that has the history on the technology. Here's another psych eval, Kathy Meadows. This is actually a pretty good report, because if you take it at face value, it's actually a really good report, and she's not stupid. See, she knows this is going on too. This woman's report is really good. It's not too bad, you know. It could be a little better. It needs more substance. That's what I was told. Somebody told me, another psychologist said, this is a really bad report by his standards, because he's an asshole for one, but it is lacking in what she used. You should mention my website and some more points. That's all it really needs. But she believes that it doesn't need to go that far, because she's the expert and she can say what she believes in the report. That's what I believe too. So I got criticism from some people on that, and I defended it, but they're stupid ass, in my opinion. I think they just wanted to discredit it and act. They wouldn't even go to my website to verify everything has already been researched and stuff. The one psychologist, this was a state hospital psychologist in Oregon. He's an asshole. So he didn't care. He wanted to cover everything up. I mean, he's working for the staff. That's the way it was. So he's not a valid opinion, but it could be better. I almost agree. You know, maybe make it even harder to it's really good though, because everything in it's related to something that really happened, and you go and you look it up and then you find the information. So here's another one from, this is a psychologist. She's a licensed one in California. She's not actually good though. Don't go to her. She's bad, but she did write this with my diagnosis of PTSD. It's not really real though, because she did not, I mean, it's better than like anything like psychosis. And yeah, I've been traumatized, but I have brain injury too. And so brain injury and PTSD overlap. And she did not do any tests to rule out the brain damage. And she didn't even include information about my brain damage, because a neurologist already said I had brain damage. So that's just her report. It's good. It's not bad. And she's the wife of a district attorney. That's why I say don't go to her. She's not cool, because she's the wife of a DA. And she won't get you help. She'll sit there and end up playing games, and she'll say she believes her so much, and she's just, I don't know, she's a weird character. She's really weird. Oh, here's another one though. This one has my diagnosis from a social worker. I hope this one has it on here. Where the heck is it? Oh, but he's given an impression of me too. He says, oh, seems to be semi-alert, you know. Recent memory impairment, cool. Concentration is impaired, of course, because I'm being hit good. Average functioning, not paranoid sounding, you know. Sounds like you went through trauma, is what he's going to say. Anyway, PTSD. That's just a way of getting treatment. PTSD diagnosis. So this lends credibility, because I was traumatized by all this. Here's another one. Goals for trauma. So this is my neurologist report. This one's a long one. It's gonna have multiple diagnoses. You got multiple diagnoses in this one. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy from repetitive injuries. Here's this psychiatrist here saying that what his impressions are of this stuff, kind of, and he would be willing to be in the case. Here's Dr. Robert Duncan's bio with some emails, and here's his books. His books are cool. Here's a partial project history from Robert Duncan. This thing is big time, like built on facts and stuff. Here's Dr. Robert Duncan's The Matrix Deciphered bio. This is to explain that this is real. This is going on. Here's some stuff from his book talking about the mind reading radar and everything. Here's remote renditions, interrogations renditions. This has the symptoms and the stuff that people went through. And it says he talked to 250 people. Robert Duncan right up here, 250. And the symptoms of torture. This is right here. Robert Duncan wrote this, as far as I know, on his website. And that's the data that he compiled, of course, because he did all the investigation. Here's a patent on the radar system to get into your brain. Ted Gunderson Associates affidavit. This one's good, dude. Read that. We know it's all true. The DVDs have like William Binney, Dr. Robert Duncan, and different stuff on it. Video. This is another remote mind control technology document, because we got to inform these damn judges. The mind has no firewall document. It's not. This isn't. I mean, I think this one's okay. Covert operations of the U.S. National Security Agency is good. This one has stuff on remote neural monitoring. What's scary is that this is mostly based in reality. This whole lamp thing is accurate. It's actually missing some details. That's the thing that's wrong with it. But it's got like the missing details, I guess, are that they got. I mean, it does actually cover the whole damn thing. I haven't read it in a while, so. But I wish it could have some more information. But it actually covers it. I just realized it. Electronic brain link, agent, mind linking, crap and stuff. I remember one part it talked about how you display information on a screen. Of course you do, but it can be beamed into a person's mind as well, so they can interpret your thoughts and stuff with their own brain and do other crap. Alright, this one's got Russell Tice information in it. Just talks about how Edward Snowden's leaks were pathetic and didn't have any juicy. Most of the juicy documents aren't there because he was a low-level guy, Edward Snowden. Freedom from career harassment surveillance letter. I put that in there because, you know, I don't really care about freedom, but that letter just another letter. It's just more evidence, more history. That's why I'm putting it in there. This one's really good though. This is the presidential. This is Exhibit 24. MKO, which talks about all this, and then you have a testimony in this report. This is this has got people talking about their targeting to a presidential commission. This is insane. See, this is the big evidence right here. This is insanity. You can't have judges that just don't care about this. They got to do something. That's my take on it. 2 different hearings. They had like rooms full of people. 2 rooms full of people talking about that shit. Complaining that they were targeted. Oh, here's my history at the PSRB, okay? I'm going to show that I had approved release in 2005. And here's another document backing it up. It says right here, he's ready to go. Down here, we're talking about where I'm going to go in 2006 to a new group home or apartment. I'm getting out right away. This is the case manager in Lane County, who I knew, who said, come back. You're coming back to be with, you know, us in Eugene. But I didn't get out. And then here I go. Here's the abuse report. Bonnie Tucker sexually abused me. This is why I didn't get out. And this report, heavily censored, covers everything up but what's at the bottom. The reporter, investigator, doesn't even care what I said. And he just kind of covers it all up. And he ignores key facts that we can confirm. We could show this report as missing information. But I don't have all the records to do that. That's why it's not on my website. But I do have the later stuff. You see that she was complained about. That's why this is a relevant document. And then you show everything that she did in this Statesman Journal newspaper article. Boom, you start to learn about the escape plots and how it was all real. And the year before I reported, she was hanging with these people doing that stuff. Damn, they covered it up like I was a liar or a sexual predator. Ex-state hospital staff worker sentenced to escape smuggling. Boom, this is her again. Oh yeah, she wasn't doing that type of stuff. Then why is it here in the newspaper? Now here's a really interesting email from 2008. It's going to have dates and times of the security video. You got to remember, I was fucked up. An administrator from the state hospital responded to. He said, Mr. Giffen, we're going to investigate this. And here, I'd probably say something to save security video in this thing. See, that's why it's so fucking, like, the best evidence. Because now they can't say this wasn't real without having the video there. They got to take it all as fact. That's the thing. And you have, like, okay, You have dates and times and this son of a bitch. It's really good. Various amounts of laughter. Basically, the staff are commenting on everything. They're spying on me and having conversations. They're laughing. They're calling me a freak and a faggot out in the hallways with microphones and video recording. They'll eventually talk about security, or not security, but some type of surveillance being used to focus on just me through the walls. Okay, that's building penetrating tomography. And it's listening to what I'm doing. And staff would go, oh, he knows. Oh, see this? Here's a comment. Now you listen to us. We'll listen to you. How are they listening? See? They're listening to me. They're commenting out. This report was actually wrote by a friend. So over the telephone, he wrote the email for me. And he kind of summarized it. And so what we have to do is expand on all this. Oh, here's one. The ISCs are implying they can disable audio and security video and show just the video to show what they want to show and hide what they were saying and doing. That really happened. That was the type of shit that they were doing to try to cover this shit up. Deborah Howard, blah, blah, blah. It was, so there's lots of security video and audio, a month's worth of comments here. And what you're going to see every day, you're going to see them running the operation and spending a lot of time focusing on me. 2 nurses, Dave Hampton, were listening to my phone calls, and after doing so, began to comment about my actions and conversations on the phone, intentionally speaking in such a way to make me feel as if I'd done something wrong or incorrect. And then one staff says, oh, we'll just have to wait for a doctor to make a diagnosis. Like they're trying to insinuate that I was suffering from paranoia. They're actually having conversations like that in the hallways. So if I was to say or do anything about what they were doing, that was what they were threatening to set me up to look psychotic in these conversations out in the hallway. They might go, oh, he said something wrong, man. We got him. See, that was the type of stuff the staff would be saying and doing out in the, to fucking scare the fuck out of me. Like I was being dominated with this technology. Oh yeah, here's one. I called the state police, David Anderson, about David Anderson abuse from the staff. David Anderson informed by the staff Shirley on my phone calls to the state police this morning. She realized, we'll fix it. She goes, we'll fix it, don't worry. He ain't gonna do anything to expose this shit. That was what was going on, dude. This is corrupt shit. Jody staff member tells me that. I have 2 pleasant phone calls that day out of 9. See, they were tracking my calls and listening to them. How were they doing that? Oh, because they don't have a technology at the hospital to do that. It's NSA doing that. It's outside hidden technology doing that. The staff did not have the ability to monitor calls back then. And this is all going on. Staff set me up, stealing letters from mine, saying, oh, they got me. Oh, see? Here's another one. See? Oh, they got me. They're trying to scare the fuck out of me. Again, in the kitchen. This is on about the 12th or 13th, around 3 or 4 p.m., man. I asked Jack Futz for my note back. And he acts as if he has no knowledge on the note and says, what note? And he's good. Because, see, I threatened, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to go call some people about this. He goes, oh, he's good, man. He realizes we have the note. And now he's going to press forward and try to get it. That's what that was about. I make a phone call to Deborah Howard to ask. Little did I know she was involved, so they didn't care about me calling her. And then afterwards, though, the nurse comes out and says, oh my God, it's out of control. And apparently, someone called the unit after. They're watching this go down. And their narcissistic one is one of the staff refers, and the narcissistic one called. So there was conversations. The staff were being controlled by someone who really didn't want me getting help. And they were calling the unit repeatedly, and different crap was going down. You're seeing the surveillance operation happening right there. Again in the kitchen at about 5 p.m., a friend asked staff Eric about my note. Eric, the staff, okay, so a friend asked a staff named Eric about my note. That's a cool thing. Eric claims he doesn't know anything about the note. Also in the kitchen around the same time, Jeff Hudson starts talking about how the staff have found something out about me, how they got me, in similar remarks. But this is really interesting because you're watching them really trying to. They're going haywire over this. They're trying to run a hospital unit. They're targeting me and abusing me. That's what you're seeing here. Anyway, this is really cool freaking log of events. I can go through and fill in the blanks in that whole period and afterwards. In this email, security video is going to show it all happening. And so I put that in here. This is the start of my setup. This is the start of it right here. This is when it actually started in 2000. It started in 2007 or before. God, that was the whole time I was there. I was getting abused. It was crazy. All right, DOJ report. These were the guys at the state hospital, U.S. Department of Justice. They were using surveillance. They were part of the Operation Crippa investigation at Oregon State Hospital. Here's some more patents. I got the multifunctional radio frequency direct energy system patent. App range for audibly communicating speech. Staff were using this too. You'd see them out in the hallways, like in unison without any. They're using this to link brains. So the thing about this technology is agents can secretly talk to each other through it using brain alone or get communication. And they can also target people as a weapon. And you would see them at the hospital doing that. There would be comments about, oh, they would actually be talking to me, right, on the hall. And they'd be letting me know different shit. One of the things is, oh, that's how they're communicating. There was games going on. Because they were hiding how they were communicating. Okay? And it was there was something interesting about this. And even I didn't really know. But there's going to be even some communication through the computer system. Like emails and other shit that was going on about the situation and phone calls. But what you might see in the video is you'll see staff members all in unison, like as if they're responding to internal stimuli in their brains, some communication that no one else hears, or all going crazy all of a sudden. A lot of jubilatious behaviors of being controlled, and as if they were being told stuff, and all of a sudden it's just silence, but then they're all, some big milestone hit, and then they're all, yeah, oh yeah, it's over, they're not going to do nothing, he's too fucking goddamn disrespectful. And there was Maynard Hammered was spying on me one night, now I'm being watched from off the unit, and different shit, and you see all this crap going on. Maynard Hammered was one of their interim superintendents. You know, they're not going to do nothing. You know, they said regarding, this was, whoever was spying on me was thinking that they might have to do something. And then they decided they weren't going to have to, they're not going to do it. They're just going to leave me to suffer. And get entrapped and everything. Oh, because he's too disrespectful. So it's really interesting. You're going to see it. It's like, on the security video, you'll hear staff talking. You'll hear them, oh, after the shift is, oh, someone comes on you, oh, how's it going? Oh, it's already over. They're not going to do anything. So it was only one day that whatever they were doing, it just took one day for them to decide. One night.